There are some interesting things about this ROVE R3 3 cameras dashcam system. In particular, it has two separately rotatable cameras. In one single body, making it much easier to install, since you don't need to install two separate cameras on your windshield. One camera faces the front and another one faces the interior. It takes less space and it can be great for convertible vehicle where there is no spot to place a rear camera. But this one also features a third rear camera, so this system records the front, the interior, and the rear of the car. The system is very compact, but it comes with infrared capabilities, so you can record in complete darkness. And it houses a nice touchscreen display where you can tweak the settings or download the ROVE app and completely control it from your smartphone. I'll test this system in this video and discuss all the pros and cons. Coming up. The installation is easier than some other systems, but I recommend starting at the rear of your car. I'll place the rear camera in the upper middle of the rear window. These convenient cleaning wipes are included in the package, but I'll use this rag. The package comes with an electrostatic film to place between the window and the camera, so it can be easily removed in the future. Place the camera inside these dotted lines. Stick it to the window and remove all the air bubbles. The rear camera is just half a finger in length. Remove the protective film and stick it to the glass. It can be rotated 360 degrees, so you can adjust it later. It connects via this single cable. Remove the protective stickers from the adhesive and the lens. Position it and apply firm pressure to stick it to the glass. Make sure the electrostatic sticker doesn't cover the camera. Then get an included cable connecting the rear camera with the main unit. Connecting this cable properly is important, so you don't have any visible gaps. You can use the included cable holders by sticking them to the rear window to make your installation look clean. And there is a bunch of them. I recommend running the wire inside the connecting rubber sleeve, so it will come out inside the headliner. Then stuff the cable inside the headliner and pull it all the way to the front, so no one sees any hanging wires. You can use a long plastic zip tie to pull the cable through inside the headliner until you reach the front of the car. Here is the central unit. It's small enough to fit inside my hand and about a finger long. But despite its tiny size, it includes this handy 3-inch ISP touchscreen display. In the front it has a high-quality 4K rotatable lens, and in the back the interior rotatable camera. On the side there is a microphone, so it also records sound. On the opposite side there is a micro SD card slot. So let's insert the memory card first. Then we need to get the included electrostatic sticker to place between the dashcam and the windshield. Similarly to the rear camera, I'll place it inside the dotted lines. Apply it to the glass and get rid of any air bubbles. It can be installed by sticking it to a windshield using this double tape, or attaching it via this suction cap to make it even easier. If you use this suction mount, you won't need to deal with the double tapes or electrostatic stickers. And it's very easy to attach and remove. But it will take up more space on your windshield. So for that reason, I'll use a double tape method. Remove the protective film from the lens and the tape. Connect the cable from the rear camera that we pulled from the back. For power, use the included USB Type-C cable with the USB Type-A output to plug into your car outlet. Since the rear camera cable has an angle, I'll change it in the right direction since I'll run the wires on the passenger side. Place the dashcam against the windshield and apply a little pressure. This ROVE R3 Dashcam comes with this handy prying tool that you can use to hide the wires inside the headliner. Suppose your vehicle doesn't have a USB input. In that case, you can use this provided cigarette lighter adapter with two USB inputs. One is for a dashcam and the second is for anything else. So you will lose the cigarette lighter but get an additional USB input for your car. And finally, remove the protective sticker from a display. The dashcam is so small, I can still use my sun visor without any obstructions. Interestingly, the base of the dashcam is magnetic, so it snaps in by a magnet. And it's very strong. Since the power cable connects to the base, you won't ever need to disconnect it when removing the unit from the car. You'll only need to disconnect the rear camera cable. It stays connected to the base. And as soon as you snap the dashcam in, it starts recording automatically. Optionally, you can get this ROVE R3 hardwiring kit to permanently wire the system and take advantage of park and monitor security. It even comes with a light tester, clearly marked wires, easy connectors, and fuse adapters for every possible car. Also, this R3 dashcam comes with this insanely huge user manual, which describes everything in detail. It's the most equipped kit that I've ever seen. But before using this system, you need to set it up. So get your smartphone and go to your App Store. Search for the ROVE app. Download, install, and open it. Allow. I understand. And then you must sign in to use it. If this is your first time using it, hit on Sign Up button. After you enter your credentials, it will send you an email verification. Go to your entered email, and once you click the link, your account will be set up. Now you can go back to the ROVE app and sign in. But before we can connect, we need to turn the dashcam on by inserting this cigarette lighter adapter. Select ROVE R3 to proceed. But it will not connect without establishing the Wi-Fi connection first. So touch and hold the Wi-Fi button and select ROVE R3 from the list. The password is 12345678, but you can change it later. Choose Always Connect, so you don't have to repeat it every time. Now let's go back and proceed to ROVE R3. And bam! We're in business, people. I like to point the front camera so I can still see just a small piece of my hood to get some sense of orientation on the video footage. Then change the app to the interior camera and adjust it so you can see both the front and rear seats. When I switched to the rear camera, you noticed I installed it upside down, but it's not a big deal since I can reverse it digitally in settings. So let's go to settings. There are lots of various settings, but I'll show you a few. Set the video resolution to the highest unless you have the memory problem with your home computer. The video loop recordings are set to 3 minutes, which is very good. The infrared light is set to auto, but you can turn it off if it's too sensitive. Make sure the auto recording is on, otherwise you'll have to start recording manually every time. You can change the camera's exposure if the image is too bright or dark, or when your windows are tinted. That's a super great feature. Not many dashcams have it. Make sure WDR is always on, as it makes a huge difference, especially at night. I recommend adding your license plate number, as it will be embedded in all of your footage. The speed units I'll keep in miles per hour. And here is the rotate display that I was looking for. Touch it to turn it on to flip my rear camera digitally. Another crucial step is to format the memory card before you start using the system. So the card will bond with the software and you won't have any problems with the memory SD card in the future. I also recommend doing it once every 3 months to keep your system healthy. Setting the correct date and time is another critical step, because if something happens while you drive, the date and time will also be recorded. Since I'm in Los Angeles, I'll set it to -7 GMT for the Pacific time zone. The time format I'll keep at 12 hours. And for now, I'll turn off the screensaver on the 3-inch ISP display, because I want to monitor the recordings. And as you can see, my rear camera has flipped and records normally. Use your smartphone's live view to tilt the rear camera's angle. And you can always go to your dashcam video files. Whenever you want to save the footage, click the orange button to download the corresponding video to your smartphone. You can also control everything from the dashcam's touchscreen instead of using your cell phone. You can also monitor the live view from all the cameras right from the dashcam's display. And change the settings. So now we are ready to test the footage. Here is the front camera's actual recordings. The camera is very stable and the footage is steady, which means it has an excellent anti-vibration mechanism. I can easily see the car's license plate number in front of me, and I can zoom in without losing the quality, taking advantage of its 4K resolution. If I freeze frame, I can clearly read the street signs when zoom in or even zoom out. The front camera quality is outstanding. When I drive against the sun, the software neutralizes the sun completely, making it look like a big white ball. And the rear camera did not disappoint either. I can see and read the street signs in the wide-angle view, covering a wide surrounding area. I can also clearly see the car's license plate behind me, so the quality is very good. When I looked at the interior camera, I got a little scared. My face looks like one of these zombie movies. I mean, my wife told me that sometimes I look like a vampire, but the footage definitely has too much sharpness and unreal contrast. It can be easily fixed in any video editing program, but I wanted to show you the raw footage produced by this dashcam. But now let's test the system at night. At first, when I looked at these night recordings, I was totally shocked. This footage is so bad, I started to doubt myself whether I should even recommend it. Everything is overexposed, it's almost impossible to see anything. And the most disappointing part was this dashcam couldn't read the car's license plate in front of me. But then I remembered that this is one of the few dashcams where you can actually control the exposure. So I went into the settings, selected exposure, and dropped it to -1%. Wow! It made such a huge difference. All of a sudden, I can clearly read the license plates of the car in front of me, and everything around looks normal and clear. The interior camera performed well at night and even made my face brighter. And as soon as I went into a dark place, it automatically switched the infrared light on, which can record even in complete 100% darkness. The rear camera performed well at night. Maybe I didn't need to adjust the exposure because my back window is already tinted. I can clearly read the car's license plate behind me without a problem. This system has so many settings, but this ROVE Dashcam company has excellent tech support and customer service, which you can contact if any questions arise. I do my own research based on real-life testing that I demonstrated in this video. Therefore, I do recommend this ROVE R3 4K 3-channel dashcam for your car based on the combination of decent quality and low price. It is currently on sale, plus you can use my discount promo code to save some extra money. The links are below in the video description. And if you purchase one via my link, I may get a tiny commission to support this channel. And the question of today is, do you have a dashcam in your car? If yes, what model? Please let us know in the comment section below.